Hey y'all, how are y'all doing today? Sun's very bright today, as you can probably tell. Um, but anyways, we got the chickens back here in the backyard, putting them to work. As some of y'all might know if you keep up with the channel, um, Xena and Chief, our cane corso and our Staffordshire, passed away recently, and now we've opened up the backyard to try to get the chickens to help clean up the weeds and stuff like that that's back here, since we couldn't get the lawnmower back here. But I just wanted to come on here and show y'all the chickens actually doing some work. So come along with me. I don't know if they'll stay back here with me coming back here because sometimes they get startled. But as you can tell, grass is trying to come up. When I say grass, weeds are coming up. And this tall stuff was from last year. That's that stuff I couldn't hardly pull up with my hand. I couldn't cut it with the weed eater or anything. I don't know what that stuff is. But magnolia tree's growing pretty good. And I did come back here and clean up some stuff, and I still got to come back here and trim up crepe myrtle and a couple of rose bushes. But I was hoping they'd get up against that house right there, because that's a bunch of briars and stuff, and we got to get us a pair of gloves to go through there and try to get all that mess cleaned up. But anyways, as you can tell, they're back here scratching up the grass and everything. And we got to come back here as soon as we can get this grass cut. We got to come back here and get some dirt and start filling in these holes that the dogs dug. And that's going to take a lot of work on this backyard. You see that little rooster? He just plopped right down into the hole. But they even got water back here, so if they wanted water, there's a big old water trough right there too. But my husband said he's going to come in here and take these two kennels out here, since we haven't used those in about 3 years now, maybe. So he's going to end up taking those out. And we're going to end up taking the two that belong to Chief and Xena. We're going to take them out, and I might end up using them to separate some chickens and maybe breeding some chickens and having hatching eggs, or I might even incubate some of them when I get an incubator. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. It's just a thought and plan. A thinking plan, or whatever you want to say it. I just don't know what I'm going to do yet. You plan on doing something, and then you think of something else that's better, and you decide to do it instead. But sometimes when you get my age, your words just don't come out like they supposed to. But anyways, they back here doing their job, which I'm proud. It took them, I think Justin said the first day we had a couple ducks, maybe a couple chickens back here. But it took them a while for them to realize that he had the gate open. So we got this big gate here. That's where we're driving the lawnmower back and forth into that big hole right here, into here. But with the zero turn, we can't bring it back here because of all these holes and stuff. It would tear it up. So as they started digging more holes, we wasn't able to bring that lawnmower back here. That's when I started having to push mow it, and then the push mower blew up. The motor blew up on it, and we haven't gotten another one since. But it looks like we're gonna have to. And but I mean, the yard ain't that bad right now. It's basically just the new green coming up, what I call weeds. I don't know exactly what they are, but you can see that, and you see the hole around the rose bush right there that the dogs dug. All these holes got to be filled in, and it's going to take some work on this backyard. We just got to have the motivation, and most time we don't have the time or the motivation. And this little bush that looks scraggly right now, I don't know what it's called, but it was a bush that has these little yellow flowers on it. It came from my old house where I lived at before. I was told my mother planted it, and it was a bush that was on the excuse me, on the outside of my kitchen window. So whenever we moved, Justin's like, well, since that was a part of your mama, we're gonna bring that with us. So we brought it. Henny put it here in the backyard for me to enjoy. I have not seen it bloom yet. This looks like it's going to be the first time I'm going to be able to see it bloom, because it was just a little tiny little sapling whenever he brought it over. Between that and then, as y'all know about the running roses on the fence back here, they are quite a mess and tangly. Just hadn't got to it. Don't know how we want to trim them back, but as y'all know, one part of it is from my aunt roses, and then which was the pink ones, and then we had the red ones that I bought Justin, that's in between, and then the white ones were also my mother's from my other house. But I know we got to do a lot of cleanup on this line right here. But I just wanted to come on here and show y'all that the chickens are doing their job, and there's some dog food left in these pens, and they're snacking on it as well. Uh-oh. Watch the other birds. Watch the other birds. Then you know how to get out. There to go. The deer feeder's going off over there. That's why they're going crazy. We got Scratch in the deer feeder. So that's what. So they went over there to get Scratch. Except for my old girl right here. She's staying here. Between her, the barred rock, and that red hen right there. They're like, nah, we eat Scratch every day. I'm enjoying being back here. They all took off. But y'all, that's our new plan. Hopefully we can get to it before it gets too hot. And we have been working back here in the back. My husband wants to take this back part out here as well and extend it backwards. And we're going to get all these wax myrtles that's hanging over the fence and pushing down on the fence. We're going to get all those cut down. We'll try to cut them all the way down to the bottom, because wax myrtles are a pain in the butt. They're not good for anything, and they also are toxic to some farm animals, and they need to go. But so we have been in there day before yesterday, I think it was cutting out some things. And what our plan is when we get this extended back, all this extended back farther back that way in the woods, Justin's wanting to put myrtle back here. And that way, I mean, this is a big area. I mean, as you can tell, this is a pretty big area. It stretches the length of our trailer. Our trailer is 76 foot long. And it wraps all the way around. So it's a big yard. But we put Merle back here, and he's young and energetic and everything. So we're going to try to extend it, and that way he'll have more room, you know. But our plan is to extend it and cleaning out a lot of this little brush and stuff in the back. We're going to clean all that up, and that way we're going to do, I don't know what you would say, maybe like a pathway for him. That way he could be, if he wants to be, he could be here in this general area here at the house. And then he can also run from this part and run to that side. That way he can basically guard both properties, because I don't know if y'all can see from here, but the camper's right there. There's the camper. So, I mean, literally you can look out my back door and see the camper right now. But, you know, with springtime coming, everything's going to start blossoming, and the trees are going to start growing their leaves back and everything. It's going to be a little bit harder to see. So that's the reason why we're going to go through there and try to clean some of these little trees out of there. That way it could be a clearer path for, you know, Merle to run back and forth, and for us to see back and forth as well. But anyways, it just seems like it's hard to see these kennels and not see Chief and Xena. But hopefully time will pass and we'll slowly get used to them not being here. But we got plans, and we're going to try to stay busy and try to do things to improve the property. It's just going to take time. And look, you can see the chicken over there. My old Easter egger girl, she's over there drinking out the water trough. We didn't take that up because of that, so they'd have water back here to drink if they were snacking on the bugs and stuff here. But anyways, this is what we got going on right now. or our thought process of what we want to do. It might take, well, it ain't gonna might, it's gonna take us a while. It might take us all spring and all summer to get this backyard the way we want it. But it's just me and him. And me getting on up in age now, I only can do a little bit at a time, and then I gotta take a break. So, but with prayers and ambition, maybe we can get something done. Maybe a little bit at a time, but we'll eventually get something done. But I just want to come on here and show y'all that the chickens were actually doing some work instead of just eating food all the time, us handing them food. They're actually working for their protein today. Anyways, y'all don't forget to go like and subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post a video. And if you have any questions or comments, make sure to, drop them down below. And I hope to see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a great day.